This program is supported by San Juan Health Partners Urology, providing a wide range of personalized services for the whole family, including children. Our caring professionals are dedicated to helping meet your urology health needs with skill, experience, and service you need. For a complete listing of our services and to learn more, visit sanjuanhealthpartners.com or call 505-609-6300. San Juan Health Partners Urology, a division of San Juan Regional Medical Center. Eleven minutes past 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday morning, October 23rd. Good morning, everybody. I'm Scott Michlin, and thank you for tuning in this morning. Greetings also to our viewers who are watching on our visual radio platforms, the KSJE Facebook page and the KSJE YouTube channel. Welcome aboard, everybody. A busy Tuesday coming up, beginning with our topic of Frybread with my guest, Travis Holt Hamilton. He'll be joining us on the air here in just a few moments. He, of course, is the award-winning director of the film More Than Frybread. Also, he is working on a new TV series that is kind of a sequel to the More Than Frybread story, and he'll be talking about that later on this week at events at the Farmington Public Library. We'll be talking with him about all of these events coming up in just a few moments right here on KSJE. And if you're listening, you'll certainly hear the interview. If you're watching, you can see the interview via Skype this morning, and we hope you'll be joining us for our visual radio experience today. Later on this morning, we will turn our focus back to politics. My guest, Mick Rich, will be here, again, speaking with him in our visual radio studio. Mick Rich, of course, is the Republican running for U.S. Senate. It is now a three-way race with Libertarian candidate Gary Johnson in the race and also incumbent Democrat Martin Heinrich. We'll hear what Mick Rich has to say about the state of the campaign and in these last few weeks before Election Day. That you'll hear today at 8:30 on KSJE. And of course, it is Tuesday. That means we'll round out the 8 o'clock hour as we do every Tuesday with a visit to the Farmington Regional Animal Shelter. We'll hear about some of the animals available for adoption this week at the shelter. I understand they are pretty full. We'll show you some of the pictures of the animals awaiting adoption if you're watching us this morning, an added bonus for our viewers today on Facebook and YouTube. So we hope you will check that out as well. It's all ahead this Tuesday right here on KSJE. We're glad you're listening. Joining me now to talk about his appearance later on this week at the Farmington Public Library, Travis Holt Hamilton is on with me from Mesa, Arizona via Skype to talk about his latest film production and television production. Travis, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
You bet. It's great to talk with you and, again, get caught up on all that you're involved with. And whenever I think people hear your name, they think Frybread, and that's kind of what we're talking about this morning, right?
Yes.
At least at this topic. You've been involved in a lot of other films and other projects, but it is Frybread that brings you back to the Four Corners later on this week, correct?
Correct.
Very good. Well, let's talk a little bit about what is planned. And the first event will be, both of them at the Farmington Public Library, by the way, everybody. And the first event is going to be this Thursday, and that is a screening and panel discussion of a new spin-off television program from your famous film, More Than Frybread. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we of course made the first film, but it came out in 2012, so whatever the math is, 6 years ago.
Right.
And that film has taken off and has played numerous places all over North America. And actually, I went back to my notes in November of 2011, so before the Frybread movie was even released yet. I had notes and thoughts of starting to do an additional, whether it's a follow-up film or a part 2 of More Than Frybread, or to do something additional. There is still so much more I felt that the characters could do, and of course I love the characters, and we've had a lot of positive response to which characters whose favorite, and so right. But yeah, so for the last 7 years I've been trying to figure out how do you continue this story and continue with kind of these over-the-top characters. So that's really the first note I have of, like, hey, we need to do something more with these characters that
right.
have great personalities and
sure. And of course, so the film has kind of taken off and really has become a cult following. I know there's a lot of people who love it, who enjoy watching it over and over again, and really relate to those characters, as you mentioned. And so this new project now is as I mentioned, like a TV series, and you've got the pilot done, and that's what we'll be talking about at the library on Thursday, correct?
Correct.
And this is called From the Ashes?
Yeah, that's the first episode.
Right.
The series name is Frybread.
Okay. And so you've got more episodes planned, and you're getting some interest from some television stations or networks?
Yeah. Yep. We have 13 episodes. It's kind of the length of the first season that we want to do. The first season, or the first show pilot episode. Yeah, it's finished. That's what we're showing there at the library. It's available online now. And we've had an offer from PBS that's interested in picking up the first season. I'm in the works right now getting them the first episode. So the first episode will be there on PBS, and working to get the next ones in one way or another, figure out how to get all those shot. We have a second episode is written. It's in the rewrite stage now, and then there's others that we hope, others that are slated to be written, and having some fun with it. There's trying to do like a Halloween special and a Christmas special, so these first 13 episodes will kind of take place over the course of a year in the script,
right?
In that story world, and so it's kind of fun looking at. I think there's a Valentine's Day episode, and there's some others that fill in the gaps from between those holidays. So TV shows. And it's not really even a TV, how do you call it a TV show when there's so much stuff that's online? So it's more of a series, whatever the real term is. We hope it will play on other TV stations as well. But
sure.
It's a new adventure. I've never created a TV show or a series, and so this is definitely treading new water for myself. So lots to learn. Some of it I realize I do know, but other stuff I have a lot to figure out.
Right. Let me ask you a little bit about that. And, of course, a reminder, you're talking to a guy who's streaming his radio show on the Internet with video. So I'm right there with you. I think I understand. We're not quite sure what to call it. So there you go. But how different is it then from doing like a feature-length film where you have maybe a couple of hours to develop some of these stories and characters and things like that to maybe trying to do an episodic video series, let's call it, of just maybe, 30 minutes?
Yeah, and we're probably right around the 24 to 26 minutes actual
even
length.
less. Yeah.
But it's hard because I don't know the things I don't know,
right.
And so there's that new whole area that I don't know what to know because I don't know how to knowing what I'm supposed to know with it. But it's still story. You're still developing story. Your characters are still leading out, and you're putting them in interesting situations and such. So all of that's the same, but an episode, a 30-minute episode, there's really, in the television, the series world, there's not necessarily an end. And so in more the feature world, you have the 3-act structure, the beginning, middle, and end, where a TV show, it's more you have the beginning, the middle, and then, episode's over, we're going to go to the next one. So it's almost like that 2-act. And so some of that's a little bit different. And then you're looking not just at an episode, you're looking at these individual episodes. So season 1, 13 of these, you're looking at them, how do they all play together? You're looking at the big story arc and then the individual series story arcs. And then if you're going season 2, 3, 4, you're even looking at like bigger picture of like where are characters going. And so there's lots and lots of variables. Where with a film, you're still looking at character arcs and story where you're hitting your plot points and all of that, but it's just more, I don't know, chaotic's the right word, but you have to think bigger picture. Maybe that's not even the right word, but you're looking at, if we do this season 1, so we're starting, so episode 1 is starting the Worldwide Frybread Association has disappeared. It's gone into, it's fallen apart. It's been destroyed and corrupt and all of these things, and so there's Jonathan Littlehair that's rising up to save the Worldwide Frybread Association, and so he's rebuilding and putting that together. And so we're like, okay, end of season 1, where does this storyline, where does the show need to be? And then season 2, where do you start and where do you want season 2 to end. And so, you know, per episode, yeah, you can kind of get through where you need to get through and keep it entertaining, but then you're having to really think down the road. If this goes 4 seasons, like, where do we have to be at the end of season 1? And so there's lots and lots of thought and preparation, story lines and stuff that really have to be thought through. And so it's challenging. As you can tell, I still don't have my head completely wrapped around it.
I can tell, but
I really enjoy the characters because they're very diverse, and
right.
The actors that we've been working with the movie and with this first episode are always great to work with and very talented and bring a lot to, you know, more than what's actually in the script with the actors that come out. So
sure, but we can tell you're still very passionate about the topic and about the stories and the actors and the characters that you've developed from the original film. I mean, and we'll have some of those folks coming back, right, in these shows.
Yes, exactly, and that's one reason I really love the Frybread event. You know, what the Farmington Public Library does is it allows I get a chance to kind of go back to that Frybread world. I'm
right.
Everything else that I'm working on or involved with production wise kind of gets stopped, and I go to Farmington for these 3 days, and it's just everything's wrapped around Frybread. So it's inspiring and motivating to me to see people come out to meet new people, but kind of get back in the Frybread world, so to speak, kind of fully back in it, engaged. And so it's encouraging and exciting for me to, like, okay, what else can we do to kind of push that forward? So it's kind of a Frybread renewal. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but something that I've enjoyed, because this is the 4th time we've worked on this event, and so it's good. My wife and I enjoy going, but it's great to meet people and see people and kind of get back in the Frybread zone.
Well, I know a lot of folks are looking forward to it as well. And so if I understood you correctly, when you talk about the video series and the episodic programming that you're working on, and of course we'll watch the first episode this Thursday at the Farmington Public Library, then have a panel discussion afterwards, but you're telling me we may see some Frybread cliffhangers from season to season?
Yeah, I mean, that's
right?
I think even from episode to episode, it's
okay.
When you watching the other series and there's someone who finished the episode, there's like, oh no, there was no closure. What's the next? Oh, we've got to watch the next one because it's a continuation of that story. And so, yeah, there's definitely with episode 1, there's, you know, I guess I won't say any more. Come out and watch it or watch it online.
Right. Okay, and then you're bringing with you some of the actors, so they'll be part of this panel as well on Thursday at 6:30 at the Farmington Public Library, right?
Correct.
Who are you bringing with you? Do you have the final list yet?
Yeah, so there's at least 2 that are confirmed. This, as last I've heard, Chisba, a local Farmington comedian,
right?
And she plays our character Amber, so it's a new character in the series. And she will be there. And then we have another local Farmington resident, Zol Zani, that'll be there. And he had a part in the first episode. And so it's fun to be there. And I actually met both of them, I think a year ago, right when we were getting ready to finish up the filming of our first episode. I met both of them at this event. And
okay.
They came up, and I was looking for them. I had been in talks with them a little bit before, or at least with one of them. The other one I met there, and then, you know, looking at the characters, and then we offered them the part. And so it's fun a year later, after I met them in person, that they were in the film, and now we're going there to show the film. This will be the first time we've shown the episode 1, kind of in. It's our world premiere.
Nice. Well,
if that's what you call it.
That's what I would call it.
Episode of a TV show.
I think so. If it hasn't been shown anywhere before, so I think that's great. So that's coming up Thursday. And then I do want to talk to you before we run out of time about the event on Friday, of course, which is the annual Frybread Cook-Off. And you are welcome back, I know, as a judge every year. For some reason, they keep asking me to help judge these as well. And it's always an honor for me to take part in this, in addition to some other judges that will be there. But it's a pretty big competition at the library on Friday night.
Yeah, and it's been fun to see it continue to, you know, first time I thought, oh, this is great. I don't see how this can get any better. And then to see it expand and grow, I guess it grows in more people attending, and there's always lots of people that want to participate, and
right.
And it's a get inside the Frybread arena with live Frybread. It becomes a serious thing. So there's you gotta have your Frybread, be in your Frybread zone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going on.
Exactly. And you have some pretty good, I must say, some pretty good techniques in your judging. I'm always impressed by the care you take with each and every sample of the Frybread that comes in to be judged. You're really looking at it from all angles, it seems. Any secrets you want to pass along?
I just laugh because I think it's part of the show. It's fun. I just think of the character and the judges in the movie, and
of course, and
stuff. So I try to have a lot of fun with it. I think every single piece of Frybread I've had is really good, and so.
Well, that's my problem. It's hard to decide which is your favorite, almost, with all the different cooks that are making it right in front of us Friday night. But again, it's open to the public. I think there's still more room for more registrations if folks want to show off their Frybread cooking skills, and they can do so by going to the Farmington Public Library website at infoway.org and get more details on registering or just showing up, because there is a People's Choice Award, I think, too, Friday night, for the best Frybread from the cook-off. So there's always that as well. Anything else I know you'll be bringing with you? I know there's always some maybe DVDs and movies that folks can ask you about and purchase and things like that. You'll be bringing those with you, I hope?
Yes. Yep. We just had a new order of Frybread security shirts printed up. So
nice.
We should have whatever size people need, from small to, I think we have 4X, 4 extra large. So we've got the whole spread of your Frybread security shirts, and I think if anyone's interested to go to our website, holthamilton.com,
right,
and you can pull up and watch the 30-second trailer of our first episode to kind of get a feel of what the film is.
Okay.
What it is.
And get a little sample before the screening on Thursday then.
Yep. Get your Frybread juices flowing and your palate ready, and go and watch the film, and then come back the next night for some real Frybread.
Award-winning Frybread, that's very true.
Right.
Well, Travis, I appreciate your time. I know it's a busy week for you. Thanks so much. We'll look forward to seeing you here later on in the week.
Yeah, thank you. Look forward to it.
Terrific. Thank you so much. That's Travis Holt Hamilton. He is going to be in Farmington at the Farmington Public Library on Thursday and Friday of this week, talking about his new web series from the More Than Frybread film. I'm Scott Michlin, back with more in just a moment on KSJE.